Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Seek, Gather and Create week 4. This week we had to find something orange, something see-through, so I've got this piece of tracing paper here. We had to use a stencil, so I picked out this one here, a deer and some arches as well, which will come in as we go along. Okay, so I decided I was going to keep it relatively simple today. I'm going to work in this journal here, and you can see that I've already got some texture from the weaving that I've done on the previous page there, and this eco dyed page, which I really like, and I'm not going to do a great deal to. I don't want to lose it entirely. Right, so I'm going to start off on my tracing paper, and I'm going to grab my stencil and some modelling paste. So this is how I'm going to use the stencil. Now, for those of you that don't know what the Seek, Gather and Create challenge is, this is a weekly challenge. This is the summer version, so it goes on for 5 weeks. This is the 4th week, and it's a challenge that I run over on Instagram with Mel, Tina, Laura and Jana, and I'll link all of their details down below. And every Sunday we put up 5 items for you to find and use in a piece of artwork in any way that you like. So it's basically an art scavenger hunt, and then you create some artwork using those 5 items. And I have to say a big thank you to everyone who has been taking part. I am absolutely amazed with the creations, just such amazing work, and I absolutely love looking through and seeing how everyone uses the 5 items and everyone's different take on it. It's really, really great to see. So thank you everyone who is actually taking part. So you can see that's looking good. I've got some yummy texture with that modelling paste going on the stencil there. Let's add a little bit extra to the side here. Yeah. There's also a chance to win some prizes, so if you do want to take part, when you post your work, just make sure you use the hashtag seekgathercreate, and you also tag the hosts, and you'll be entered into a prize draw, and yeah, maybe you'll win a prize. Okay, so I'm just going to might as well fill up this tracing paper, so I'm just going to use that last little, fill up that last little corner there. Right, lift that up, come on stencil. There we are. So I really like how that's turned out. The tracing paper does tend to wrinkle a little bit when you put a wet medium on, but I don't mind that. I'm going to set that aside to dry. Okay, so now let's start in the journal. What to do first? And I think because I've already got some masking tape on the page, I'm going to grab my masking tape and just add some more in and onto the eco dyed page, just to try and make it a bit more cohesive. And I really like using masking tape. It's something I use a lot. It just adds just a nice subtle bit of texture underneath. I'm working in a very quiet house again. My kids are currently down at their granddad's. I think they've been away more than they've been home this summer, but they've been having a great time. I miss them when they're not here. The house is too quiet. And we've got only a few weeks, not even, about a week left of the summer holidays before they go back to school. I can't believe it. It's absolutely flown by. And we're going to head down and pick them up tomorrow. Okay, so that's about all the masking tape that I'm going to add. And I decided that I was going to also add in this, if I can find it. Yes, this drywall tape, which was sent to me by the lovely Hope of Crafty Hope. She sent this to me in a lovely parcel, and actually I've been hoarding it since because I can't find it over here, so yeah, I've been saving it. But I really liked how the little circles on this mirrored what I'd done on the tracing paper, so I'm going to use some of this as texture in the background. And I'll link Hope's channel down below, so you can go and check out her work. She's got some fabulous work, and she's also taking part in the Seek, Gather and Create challenge as well, so you can head over and see what she's created with the same 5 items. Well, not exactly the same, you know what I mean. Anyway, I've stuck the actual sticker bits down, and now I'm just going to stick the backing down. There's no point wasting that, so I'm just going to use some matte medium to stick that down as well. There we are. I really like that. So now to add my favourite gesso, which is just going to seal that masking tape down and just get the page ready for adding some extra mediums and bits and bobs on. Now don't go, like I say, I didn't want to go over that eco-dyed paper. I really liked it, so I'm only going around where I've put down the collage. I'm not going to do any more on that page. Okay, so I'm going to give that a quick dry. Now I wanted to add some colour, and I really liked the colours that were already going on here in the eco-dyed page, and because the deer is also those browns and whites, I thought I would stick within that colour range. And I know I've got the orange there that's a bit bright, but I think that will add a nice pop of colour. So I am grabbing my high flow acrylic in Quinacridone Azo Gold, Nico Azo Gold, get my words right there, and I'm just dotting it about on the page. And then I'm going to use this water spritz just to move that about, and it picks up that texture of the drywall tape beautifully. Just grabbing a tissue just to mop up some excess water there. Okay, let's also grab some walnut ink today, and I'm going to just add that in amongst the colour that I've just added and pick up more of that texture of the drywall tape. I like using walnut ink, but I really don't like the smell of it, so that puts me off using it. I like the effect of it though, I like the colour. Okay. So now it's deciding where the deer is going to go. I'm just sort of auditioning it around the page. Do I want him sort of coming on? Do I chop off a piece of him there, or do I want all of him? And I decide that I'm going to put him there. And now what to do with the orange craft foam. So I'm going to use this to cut out my my arches. So I'm just going to cut out a few. Now I usually use craft foam to make stamps. I can't remember ever actually using it on a page itself, so wasn't sure how it was going to work or how it was going to look, but yeah, just having a bit of an experiment. So I'm going to just play around with where I want these, and I move them about all over the place. So I decided I want that one inside there, and then because that made just 2 areas, I thought I needed to cut out a few more. I like that pop of orange, and I think that works well. And it's 2 of my 5 things in one. So I decided to place that underneath the deer, see how that looked, quite like that. And then it was, where am I going to place this last one? And I decide it fits there. Now, before I stuck anything down at all, I realised I also had to include that tracing paper. So I'm going to go and dry that, and so yeah, it's still wet, you can see. So I think I'm going to dry it, and then I can see how that's going to work with everything before I stick anything down. Normally I would leave it to dry naturally, but I am just using a heat gun. Now you can see that using a heat gun will make it bubble, and you'll get this sort of bubbly look to it. I don't mind that, that's fine. And I only dried half because I thought that was all I was going to need. Oh, just bringing the camera back to focus. So then it was just deciding how this is going to work, and I just held it over the deer just to see how see-through it actually was. But I don't want to cover up his head. So I'm just going to tear off pieces, decide that it would look quite good there on the back of the deer. And then a piece on the other page, about there, something like that. So, having decided that is going to work, I'm just going to then grab my Fabri-Tac and stick everything down. And this glue worked fine on the craft foam, held it well. So wow, I can't believe we're already on to week 4 of this challenge. Only one more week to go. I mean, if you've only just come across this, do feel free to go back and still you can try out the previous weeks. But yeah, I really like this challenge and look forward to doing it. So it'll be a shame when it's over, though we hopefully will be back to do another one in the winter. Okay, that's the deer stuck down, and so now it's just my see-through pieces, and I'm going to use the same glue because I know it won't bubble. It's going to dry flat and it's going to dry clear. Just making that one a little bit smaller. There we go. And I just needed to just go back and glue down the edges that I missed. There we go. So I really like how the page is turning out. I think it's quite simple, but I really like it. So I think all it really needs now is some words to finish it off. So I'm going to go and find some in an old book, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so the words I found were silence hung over the forest, so nice and simple. Really, I think it worked well. And I also added an extra bit of the see-through to the edge there, just hanging over the edge, because it worked as a 3, and because I already had 3 of the arches, I think compositionally it worked better for me. So that's it. Week 4 done. I hope you've enjoyed that one, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.